All right, in our last video, we just created our first chapter document, and we saved it. So we went to File, Save As, and we saved it as Chapter 1 in our EPUB folder. And I was just talking about how important it is to make sure that you create styles for chapter title and chapter name. Okay, so let's go to Properties here. Let's go over here to Type Tool and click in here. Okay, and let's call that Chapter 1. Enter, and then I'll call this Introduction. Okay, so that's my chapter name. Oops, there we go. Paste Introduction, and then I'll have my content here, of course. Okay, so let's go over and add my content here. Okay, and just some to get started. And I'm not going to do the whole book in front of your eyes. Okay, but I'll show you that. Okay, so we first just copy and paste text in. That's great. So the next thing we need to do is to create some more paragraph styles, and let's create a few. The first one will be chapter number. Okay, and the basic format, let's make that into maybe 30 can be, or 30 can be the size, and we'll have it small caps and go okay. Right, so don't worry about all this other stuff. We'll fix that later. And then next we'll have another one, and this one we'll call it chapter title. Okay, and same thing. Maybe we'll change it to chapter title can be 30 as well. We'll have normal and leave everything else. Go okay. All right. Then next we'll have we'll create another style, and let's edit that and then just call it content style. Okay, and then we will make that smaller, maybe 12. There we go. Okay, so now we are going to grab chapter 1 and add it as chapter number. Okay, and the introduction will be chapter title. Okay, and if you think that's too big, then you can always change it. Right, so you can change that. If you think that's a little bit big, maybe you can have it at 24. Go. Okay. And I'm going to enter some spaces there. All right, so then you can continue on by cleaning it up. Maybe for these two, you want to have it center aligned, and then you also want to just try to move over to the other pages here. Pages, there we go. Go to the next one, and you also want to enter your text in there, and then continue copying your text to go on. Okay, here we go. Continue on your text here. Copy and paste, right? And one thing you can do is to make sure that you enter spaces in between your paragraphs so that it is not so heavy to read, okay? And you can continue on adding your text to finish your chapter up. Go. Copy. And so on. And when you're done, you will go save. And then again, back to your book, you would add chapter 1. Okay, and then you can do the same for chapter 2 and so on. All right. Oh, I've noticed that I had my Let's see here. I'm just gonna go to my select to here. So I can see that I put my my text on the wrong page here, but that's okay. I can just go there and then move that around here. There we go. All right, so here we have it. You have a cover page, you have your book title pages, and then you have now chapter 1. So for the rest of this class, continue on and create all your chapters. You should have about 4 chapters, so make them up, split them up into more if you don't have so many sections. And then at the very end, you should have also a section of a document called references, where you have all your references, and make sure that you make the word references your chapter number style. All right. So if you're not sure what I'm talking about, I can do that for you here. So new document. Okay, so again, make sure that it's all the right settings. 396, 612, 54, 54, 54, 63, create. All right. So here I would like to show you that you have to create something called references, and here we go. Select your references here and add it in here. Okay, paste. So when I go up here, I would like you to add the properties chapter title, but you'll see that, oh no, okay, so now you have to create it all from scratch again. So if you don't want to have to do that, and I recommend this, instead of creating a new document each time you create a new chapter, I would like you to go to your chapter 1 and then just go save as chapter 2. Okay. And then you would just go in and change that information. So the chapter number and then the chapter title, you change that. Okay, so my second chapter would have maybe results in discussion. So I'll change that there. Paste. Okay. And then, of course, I changed all this text as well. And then you would go save as chapter 2. Okay, same as reference. So save as references. Okay. And it's important that your references has the style chapter number. Okay, and then you would go here and go get your references here, copy, and then paste. And you'll understand later when we are trying to create your table of contents, it's important that all your chapter titles have the same style. Okay, so then I'm going to go save references. So now in your book, you can add your chapter 2. You can add references. Okay, and of course I have, a lot to change here in chapter 2. I have to change all the text out to make sure that they are text from chapter 2 and references as well. I have to copy and paste the other references over this text from chapter 1. But you get the idea. Now you have this book with a cover, book title, chapter 1, chapter 2 that I have to change still, and references that I have to change as well. In the next class, we'll take a look at how to create table of contents.